Good afternoon, student. This is our 7th lecture on applied stochastic processes. The today's topic is expected duration of a Gamble-Ruin problem. In previous PPT, we already saw how to find probability of ultimate ruin, probability of winning a game, and expected gain of Gamble-Ruin problem. So, we start with our lecture. So I have two players, player A and player B. The initial capital of player A is rupees I, while initial capital of player B is A minus I. My total capital is what? A. Probability that A wins the game is P, while probability B wins the game is Q. Now first I define here DI. What is DI? Simply the duration of a game when player A start with initial capital rupees I. Now in this case we assume that my game is terminate. When game terminate, when the capital of any player becomes 0, at that moment I will terminate that game. So DI take two values. If it move from position I to I plus 1 with probability P, and it moves from position I to I minus 1 with probability simply Q. So, how to write this equation? So, see, this is my equation. Di is equals to, I multiply di plus 1 with probability P and di minus 1 plus 1 with probability Q. So, I will get this equation. Now, I multiply P and Q with this two bracket, this one and this one. After multiplying, I will get this equation. I write P plus Q on one side, but the answer of P plus Q is what? It is 1. So, this is my final equation. So, after solving this equation, simply I will get this equation. So, di plus 1 minus 1 upon P di plus Q upon P di minus 1 is equals to minus 1 upon P. Now, why I write this equation? I want to find here general solution. So, how to find this solution? So, see, I write this equation in terms of di. So, how to write? Convert this di minus 1 to di. So, obviously, this di is what? Di plus 1 and this di is di plus 2. So, this is my equation. Now, I write this whole equation in terms of E. So, how to write whole equation is converted into di. So, see, di is moved to di plus 2 after 2 steps. So, E square di to di plus 1 after 1 step. So, it is simply E and last P, Q plus P as it is. So, this is my equation E square minus 1 upon P E plus Q upon P into di is equals to minus 1 upon P. So, this is what? This is simply the second degree non-homogeneous differential equation. So, what is root of this equation? So, these are the two roots. E minus 1, E minus Q upon P is equals to minus 1 upon P. Now I require to find here general solution. So, how to find general solution? Before that, I find two values, particular solution and complementary solution. So, first I go for complementary solution. So, see, these are the two roots, right? E minus 1, E minus Q upon P. So, simply C1 I raised to 1 raised to I. Why 1 raised to I? 1 is one root of that equation. And second is what? C2 Q upon P raised to I. So, simply I write 1 here and Q upon P here raised to I. So, this is nothing but what? My CS, complementary solution. And this is what? This is particular solution. So, it is what? Simply I keep di on one side and these two, it is written as the denominator. So next is what? My next step is what? I want to find here C1 and C2. Now this is what? This is my simply particular solution. Now I write this as a K and this as 1 upon E minus 1 as it is. 1 upon E minus 1 it is written as delta inverse. So final answer is what? Delta inverse is I. So finally I get K into I. I again put value of K. What is K? Minus 1 upon P divided by 1 minus Q upon P. And I, this I as it is. So final answer of particular solution is what? Minus 1 upon P into 1 upon 1 minus Q upon P. Now I put these two values, that is complementary solution and particular solution, in the equation of general solution. So what is general solution? CS plus PS. This is answer of CS and this is answer of PS. Now to find these C1 and C2, I go for my next step. To find C1, C2, I use two boundary conditions. So what are the conditions? So these are the two conditions. D0 is 0 and DA is 0. So in this case, see, in this case first I put value of I as a 0 and next value of I as a. After solving that two equation, I will get value of C1 and C2. So after putting first I is equals to 0. So this is my equation, correct? So after solving this, I get C1 plus C2 is equals to 0. So what is C1? It is minus C2. Now in next step, I put I is equals to A. After putting I is equals to A, I will get this equation. Now in this case, put C1 is minus C2. Okay. Now take C2 common. So what I get in the bracket? Q upon P raised to A minus 1. And I write this on the another side. So negative sign becomes positive. So solve this. Simply I get this as a C2, A upon P minus Q into Q upon P raised to A minus 1. Now what is C1? C1 is just negative of C2. So C1 is what? A upon Q minus P, because negative sign is there. So I give that negative sign to here. So Q become positive and P become negative. Why? C1 is equals to minus C2. So I put this value of C1 and C2, this and this in case of general solution. So finally what I get? See here, put C1 and C2. After putting it and solving this whole equation, I get this is my final answer. So A upon Q minus P minus 1 minus Q upon P raised to I, Q upon P raised to A minus 1 minus I upon P minus Q. I just solve this equation. So after solving whole the equation, my final answer of DI is what? This one. I upon Q minus P minus A upon Q minus P into bracket 1 minus Q upon P raised to I divided by 1 minus Q upon P raised to A. Now this case is applied when strictly P is not equals to Q. If P is not equals to Q, answer of expected duration of game is I divided by Q minus P minus A upon Q minus P into bracket 1 minus Q upon P raised to I, 1 minus Q upon P raised to A. Now my next case is what? I require to find expected duration of a game when P is equals to Q is equals to what? Half. So how to find? So see, my next is what? I consider here P is equals to Q equals to half. So this equation I get first. In that case, simply I put P is equals to half and Q is also half. So what is my equation? So this is my final equation. So I write this value to this side. So negative becomes positive. So now again I write this equation in terms of di. So how to write again? I move di to di plus 2. So I write here e square. We require two transition. Di to di plus 1, only one transition. It is simply e, and third one as it is. So from this equation I take di common. So what I get? E square minus 2e plus 1. So that is what? E minus 1 bracket square is equals to minus 2. So using this, what is my particular solution? So my particular solution is e minus 1 square into di is equals to minus 2. So di is what? Di is simply minus 2 upon e minus 1 square. Now again I write here what? 1 upon e minus 1 as a delta. So what is final equation? Minus 2 into delta raised to minus 2. Now what is answer of delta raised to minus 2? It is simply I into I minus 1 divided by 2. Now these two get cancelled. So final answer is what? Minus I into I minus 1. So this is my particular solution. The steps are very simple to find all this particular solution. Now next I find complementary solution. So complementary solution is what? C1 plus C2 into I. So in general solution I put these two value, particular solution and complementary solution. Now again in this case to find C1 and C2 we use these two boundary condition. D0 is equals to 0 and dA is also 0. So in this equation I first put value of I 0 and next value of I is A. After putting value of I is 0, so what I get? So this is my equation. So C1 plus C2 into 0 in the bracket 0 minus 1. So final answer is equals to what? 0. So I will get C1 is equals to 0. Now again in this case put I is equals to A, and after solving this, A into C2 minus A square plus A 0. So from this I take A minus A common. So what I get? 1 minus A. So C2 is what? Minus A into 1 minus A divided by A. This A and this A get cancelled. So C2 is what? Minus 1 minus A. So C1 is what? C1 is 0. And what is C2? C2 is minus 1 upon A. So I put these two values in di. So which value I get? This A minus 1 into I minus I into I minus 1. Means simply I put value of C1 and C2. So after solving this, it is what? I minus A minus I square plus I. So these two I minus I plus I get cancelled, minus AI minus I square. Take I common, so into bracket A minus I. So this is what? This is nothing but di. Okay. So next is what? Duration of game. So we find here duration of game in the two cases when P is not equals to Q and P is equals to Q equals to half. If P not equals to Q, in that case duration of gain is this one, and in case of P is equals to Q equals to half, the duration of game is I into A minus I. So these are the two values. Now next I want to find, see this equation, discuss the probability of ultimate ruin if adversary is infinitely rich. Means what? If A tends to infinity. In which case is what here? Probability of ultimate ruin. In previous video I already discussed how to find probability of ruin, that is probability of A lost the game. So I directly write here that probability. So there are two probabilities, q upon p raised to a minus q upon p raised to I divided by q upon p raised to a minus 1 and a minus I divided by a. In which case, in this case, p is not equals to q, and in second case p is equals to q, which is equals to half. So I will start with this example. Infinitely rich means what? A tends to infinity. So I consider here three cases for that. If my value of p is strictly less than half, that is p less than q. So what is q upon p? That is strictly greater than 1. So I use here this condition. So probability A tends to infinity, pi is equals to what? In this case, I first take limit A tends to infinity. Before that, from the numerator I take q upon p raised to a common. So I get 1 minus q upon p raised to I minus a. Similarly, from the denominator I take q upon p raised to a common. Now why I take only this value common? Because q upon p is strictly greater than 1. Therefore I take here q upon p raised to a as a common value. So these two values get cancelled here. So this is my final answer. Now I separate these two terms, q upon p raised to I minus a. Okay, now in this case I put value a tends to infinity. So this term is what? It becomes 0. Also this term is also become 0. So final answer is what? 1 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0. Answer is 1. Now why these two values are 0? So see here, q upon p upon q raised to a tends to 0. Okay, so this is my first case. Now I will go for my second one. Now second case is what? It is simply p is equals to half. I consider here, see, three cases. P less than half, p is equals to half, and p greater than half. Okay, now I go for second case, p equals to half. So simply in that formula, my answer is what? Probability of ruin is what? When p is equals to half, it is simply 1 minus I upon a. A tends to infinity. So final answer is what? That is simply 1, because I upon a is what? 0. So this is second case. Now I go for my third case. Third case is what? P greater than half. So simply q upon p is strictly less than 1. So I already get here q upon p format. So in this case I put value of a tends to infinity. So what I get? I get first this value 0 and this value is also 0. So 0 minus q upon p raised to I, 0 minus 1. Why this value is 0? So q upon p is less than 0. Therefore q upon p raised to a tends to 0. So these are the two reasons. So final answer is what? In third case it is q upon p raised to I. So I get three values. So what are the three values? Limit a tends to infinity pi is 1 if p less than half. Again 1 if p is equals to half, and pi q upon p raised to I if p greater than half. Okay, so I combine these two results. So how to combine? So limit a tends to infinity pi is 1 if p less than or is equals to half q upon p raised to I if p is strictly greater than half. So this is the probability when a tends to